Hi, this is PitchFrame. PitchFrame started from a very simple problem. Teams often build strong demos, but they still struggle to explain them clearly, quickly, and in the right format. The goal of PitchFrame is to turn a rough project brief into a HeyGen-presented pitch video. The golden path is brief to pitch JSON to script to HeyGen-presenter to Hyperframes composition to QA repair to MP4 preview to purpose-specific cuts. And finally, analytics. Let me walk through the demo. First, I start with a project brief. In this demo, I have a few presets ready, such as PitchFrame, PantryPal, Founder Signal, and CareBridge. A user can start from one of these presets or write the brief from scratch. The brief is intentionally simple. It includes the project name, the audience, the problem, the solution, the demo flow, the stack, and the call to action. PitchFrame takes this unstructured brief and turns it into a structured pitch plan. Next, I upload a presenter image. This can be a real profile photo, a founder photo, or even an illustrated avatar. The important point is that the user does not need to go into the HeyGen dashboard first and manually prepare an avatar. The app takes the uploaded image and uses it as the presenter source. Before sending the image to HeyGen, PitchFrame can polish it with fal.ai. I added several style presets like Founder, Suit, Casual, Creator, Illustrated, and Minimal. These presets are just starting points. The user can still edit the prompt directly if they want more control. The idea is to keep the flow simple. Upload a usable image, choose the style, and let the agent prepare the presenter image for the pitch context. Next is the voice input. The user can upload a voice sample, reuse a previous HeyGen voice clone ID, or record directly in the browser. For better matching, a clean 30 to 90-second read-aloud sample works best. PitchFrame uploads that voice sample to HeyGen, creates a voice clone, waits for it to finish, and then uses that voice for the generated presenter video. In the hosted version, I also moved the provider keys to a bring-your-own-key flow. So instead of hard-coding my OpenAI, HeyGen, and fal.ai keys into the deployment, the user enters their own keys in the UI. The server encrypts those keys for the render job, sends the job to the worker, and does not expose the raw keys to the browser again. After the inputs are ready, I start the generation. The agent trace shows the actual pipeline instead of hiding everything behind one loading spinner. First, OpenAI turns the brief into a structured pitch plan and presenter script. If OpenAI is unavailable, PitchFrame has deterministic fallback behavior, but the main path is model-driven. Then fal.ai polishes the presenter image, if that option is enabled. Then HeyGen generates the actual presenter video. This is an important design point. The final MP4 does not use a fake placeholder presenter. It uses the real HeyGen-generated video with the user's image and voice. After HeyGen finishes, Hyperframes takes over. PitchFrame asks the composition agent to create run-specific design and storyboard artifacts. It writes design, MD storyboard, MD composition notes, MD and a Hyperframes index, HTML. There is one key constraint in the architecture. OpenAI does not directly control the presenter video layer. Instead, PitchFrame injects a canonical presenter layer into the generated Hyperframes composition. That keeps the HeyGen video visible, audible, and uncropped. So the motion design can change from run to run, but the presenter contract stays reliable. The composition then goes through Hyperframes lint and inspect. If there are layout problems, PitchFrame can repair the composition before rendering. Finally, Hyperframes renders the 9 by 16 MP4. At this point, we have the main pitch video. In the preview panel, I can play the final MP4. This is the core output, a shareable pitch video generated from the original project brief, presented by a HeyGen avatar and wrapped in Hyperframes motion graphics.
Hackathon teams build fast, but their demos often need a sharper story. PitchFrame turns a simple project brief into a polished pitch video with a HeyGen presenter, Hyperframes motion, QA, and a ready-to-share render. PitchFrame leaves judges with a clear next step.
After the primary video is created, PitchFrame opens up the revision studio. This is for small, practical edits after seeing the result. The user may want to change the CTA, adjust a line, make the motion clearer, or regenerate the presenter script. PitchFrame suggests a few likely improvements based on the current output, and the user can apply one of those suggestions or edit the fields manually. There are two types of revision. Motion-only revision keeps the existing HeyGen video and regenerates the Hyperframes composition around it. This is faster and cheaper. Presenter regeneration changes the script and asks HeyGen for a new presenter video. This costs more time and credits, but it is necessary when the spoken content itself needs to change.
Hackathon teams build fast, but their demos often need a sharper story. PitchFrame turns a simple project brief into a polished pitch video with a HeyGen presenter, Hyperframes motion, QA, and a ready-to-share render. PitchFrame leaves judges with a clear next step.
Next is repurpose. The main pitch video is not always the final format. A hackathon judge, a product launch audience, and an investor all need slightly different framing. So pitch frame includes purpose cuts, judge cut, launch cut, and investor cut. For example, the investor cut rewrites the framing around market, urgency, and follow-up. It creates a fresh plan, a new presenter script, a new HeyGen video, and a new Hyperframes composition. It is not just cropping the same MP4. It is a new cut generated for a different audience.
Early teams need go-to-market video they can repeat, not reinvent. PitchFrame turns a project brief into a HeyGen-led pitch with Hyperframes motion, QA, render, and PostHog feedback. It's a focused wedge into scalable launch storytelling worth a follow-up.
Finally, PitchFrame tracks the product loop with PostHog. The important events are things like video generated, preview started, CTA clicked, and variant generated. This is useful because the product is not only about rendering a video once. The long-term product question is, which briefs, cuts, and revision actions actually help people produce a better pitch? One implementation detail worth mentioning is the hosted architecture. The original MVP was local first, because video rendering is long-running and file-heavy. For the hosted version, the UI runs on Vercel, but the long-running render pipeline runs on a railway worker. Inputs and generated outputs are stored in object storage, and Redis stores shared run state between the app and the worker. That split keeps the live app usable even though HeyGen generation and Hyperframes rendering can take several minutes. There is still plenty to improve, especially render speed, queuing, and deeper editing control. But the core loop is working. A user can bring a brief, an image, and a voice sample, and PitchFrame turns them into a HeyGen-presented pitch video with agentic Hyperframes motion, revision controls, repurposed cuts, and analytics. That is PitchFrame. Thank you.